So, let's begin this webinar. So, welcome to another episode of Entab CampusCare EdTalks, an exclusive platform where we invite pioneers from the education industry to share their years of experience and insights with us. So, before moving forward, let me introduce you to Entab. With an experience of more than 2 decades, Entab has been associated with over 1,500 schools across India, evolving them to become new age digital campuses by providing them mature and futuristic ERP, CRM, and mobile apps. In today's session, we'll discuss about optimizing staff recruitment and retention. We'll discuss about the right qualities and characteristics of a teacher. We'll also learn about the challenges for the upcoming teachers. So to discuss the same, we have Nirali ma'am, the principal ma'am of Calorx Public School, Ahemdabad. In her educational journey of more than 2 decades, ma'am has been honored with the Principal of the Year award. And also, she has been recognized as one of the top 100 principals in India. So, welcome to the show, Nirali ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Megha.
Thank you,
It
ma'am.
was a pleasure being here. Thank you.
No, ma'am. The pleasure is all ours. So, yes, Nirali ma'am. So, the audience wants to know, like, in your decades of experience, you must have recruited an n number of teachers. So, ma'am, according to you, how important is it to hire the right candidate, and what are the qualities and characteristics you look for in a teacher while hiring?
If I start with, I think let us reword it a little bit. There is nothing like a right candidate. Every candidate is good. Only the thing is, let us add the word right attitude. So
Okay.
a candidate with the right attitude is always welcome as a teacher. Of course, now with the all compliances and all, we look for the degrees. But what I feel personally as an educator is a candidate become a right candidates only when they are open to learning, openness to the new practices. We all know what we have seen last year. Overnight, everything changed. The entire education scenario changed. So if they would have been into correct openness, correct attitude, then they became the right candidate, they became the right teachers for into their field, and they have adjusted it to it. We all teachers, we all educators had to adjust overnight. So when there is a recruitment process for teachers, usually what is looked as that they have the openness to accept new practices, as I said. Along with that, we look into it that the teachers, they are very creative as well as energetic, because to think something different than what is there on pages of a textbook is required by a teacher. Nowadays there is an ocean, almost I would say ocean of information available for students. So to make it to present it, to make it very interesting is in the hands of a teacher. So if they are not creative, they are not energetic, they may not find it that comfortable to do that. And very important is nowadays, because the requirements are changing, digital literacy. Because now a person not able to manage with the digital part is not going to be able to survive in the education field. Because of course we know, and as Indians we are always hopeful that we will come back to very normal very soon. We are very optimistic, but we don't know, there is so much of uncertainty. So let us be all well prepared for the blended learning that is going to be happening. And very important, at least personally I also look into, is the moral values of that person, how self-disciplined that person is, because we all know that for students a teacher is always a role model. So we always talk about discipline and all, but unless a teacher is self-disciplined, they are not going to put that in front of their students, and just have to cope up with whatever is coming. So it is very important that the person is well organized. Otherwise, it all goes hayway. So these are the main things that are looked. Of course, there are so many things we have to look into it, but this is very, very important.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely right said. So, yes, Nirali ma'am. So, the quality is like easily, matlab, should be energetic, right? The person, the right candidate is the one who is energetic, then always open to learning, as you mentioned, and yes, digitally literate. So, these are the some qualities that we can look in while recruiting the right teacher, right?
Correct.
Right, ma'am. So, yes, Nirali ma'am. So, according to a report, about like 46% of the teachers leave the profession within 5 years of the start of their careers. So, ma'am, according to you, what can be the possible reasons for the quitting, and how do you take care of these in your schools?
Basically, why teachers or anybody leaves the profession is when they enter the profession either with a wrong notion about that profession, without knowing the requirement of that profession, or that person has been forced into that profession. So, basic two reasons for anybody leaving any profession is this. So, if we talk about teachers, yes, the same rule applies for them, that if they have not become a teacher by choice, but because it was no option for them, then they are
That
not
won't-
able to cope up.
Yes, they won't be able to survive, right?
And they cannot survive the profession for long, provided they're very adaptive, they accept whatever is coming, and then they change themselves, their own expectations. Then it is possible for them to survive, because actually in the education field now, things are very very fast changing practices. So if you are not open, that's what I said, that's the main important thing, that the right attitude and openness.
Open to
So
learning.
yes, the people who are not open to new learning, they become stale very soon, and then there is a stagnation in their job. So they don't find it interesting anymore, or they don't find fit into it, survival of the fittest. Then so they move out. They find that okay, it's better for me to move out, or they are chucked out. And some people always had or I guess in our further generations, we always had a notion that teaching job is the nice job for a female, because it is for few hours and then they can have a gala time.
Right.
But that is not the scenario now.
I understand.
Teaching job is extremely demanding now, because it's just very fast everything is changing. So if they are not into habit of long working hours, or into like change accepting the changes very quickly, then they are not able to do. So it is very important. And second thing is what I said, while recruitment we said that they are well organized, because if you are not well organized, you end up doing long hours, and you feel, oh my god, I took this job because I had to work for less hours. But it is because we are not organized, we are putting our work for long hours. So that is what makes people leave this profession. And if we do not want that to happen, we have to create an atmosphere of professional development. And that professional development, when happens continuously with the teachers, it makes them happy, and it makes them feel fit into that field, and they feel that okay, fine, I'm enjoying my job, I'm learning new, and they feel that yes, I can do this and I want to put more into this. They start becoming more creative. But that has to happen on a very regular basis. It cannot happen once in a while. We do it and we put it on paper and we finish it. So that professional development, as well as the empathetic connect between those staff members, that is called the school culture, what I would say, or climate, also affects the retention of teachers. Once they are happy with you, they would never love to go anywhere else. So, and they, of course, they should, we have to create that love for them, for their work. They should enjoy coming to work every day morning when they get up. And that doesn't allow them to go anywhere. And it's a good climate, school climate then.
Yes, ma'am. Environment is very important. The working environment, I suppose, is the key factor which is responsible. Like not teaching, मतलब कहीं पे भी working जो environment है बहुत matter करता है मैम, retention rate उस पे. Okay. Yeah. So yes, ma'am. Moving on. So, ma'am, what piece of advice would you like to share with the new generation that is thinking to join the teaching profession? What should they expect? What challenges should they be prepared for, etc.?
I'll again repeat the same thing. Don't become a teacher as a last option. Become by choice. Yes. Then you survive the most. You enjoy your job. You give your best into it. That is very, very important. Just don't become a teacher with the wrong notion that there is less work, less working hours, that won't work now. And be acceptable to whatever comes now, because we are not aware with this uncertain times. what changes are required tomorrow, we may not know even today. So we have to be prepared for the fast changes in the education field. Earlier, it was always told that we change mobiles very quickly. New model of mobile is into the market very fast, but there are no changes in the teaching practices since years. It is like it had become stagnated, which has gone wrong now in last 1 year.
Right.
Everything has changed. So if we are not prepared for it, uh, I think teaching profession will not allow you to survive.
Right.
So if for all the new teachers, I would say that develop your analytical skills, because now that is very important to understand all the analytics related to pro teaching, very creative thinking. That thinking out of the box is gone out of the box, but it is about thinking in a little different direction.
Right.
As well as very important, being empathetic. A teacher cannot be a good teacher unless they're empathetic. So can't think that I'm into this profession with a nice square face, no smile. It doesn't allow me to survive in this
नहीं हो
profession.
पाएगा if the teacher अगर teacher ही कुछ नहीं मतलब it's not if the teacher is not empathetic और मतलब टीचर आती है सिर्फ पढ़ा के चले जाती है हम कोई फायदा ही नहीं है बच्चे क्या सीख पाएंगे कुछ सीख ही नहीं पाएंगे.
Self discipline, very important, because again I will repeat the same thing. Teachers are our role models. Any child up to the age of 12, earlier it was 15, 16, now it is up to the age of 12.
Ma'am, because
they consider their teachers as they are God, and they follow exactly how the teacher behaves.
Yes, ma'am. What happens like I have a conversation with various educators. उन्होंने बताया कि कुछ चीजें जो जैसे सपोज टीचर ने कुछ बच्चे को बोला कि ये गलत है ये नहीं करना. तो क्या हुआ था कि उसके पेरेंट्स घर पे जंक फूड लाए थे. टीचर ने मना कि जंक फूड इज बैड फॉर हेल्थ. छोटा बच्चा था तो उसकी टीचर ने मना उसके कुछ चैप्टर था रिलेटेड जंक फूड तो टीचर ने मना कि इट्स बैड फॉर हेल्थ. सो पेरेंट्स घर पे जंक फूड लाए होंगे तो दे सेड द किड सेड कि नो टीचर ने मना किया इट्स बैड फॉर हेल्थ मैं नहीं खाऊंगा. So
That's
teachers
wonderful.
do play a role model. Like after parents, teachers are the role models of these students.
In fact, I would say even more than parents at certain age. Because if a teacher has taught something with a different method, and if the mother tries to teach, mother will be wrong, but the teacher will never be wrong according to the child.
Right.
So it is extremely important for the moral values of a teacher, discipline of a teacher, that will create a huge impact on the values of the children. So all the people who would love to come into the education fraternity, welcome. But please be prepared for all this, because our children are something that make us. So we have to be there for them all the time.
Absolutely, ma'am. So very well said, Nirali ma'am, and it was great time interacting with you. So thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights on this beautiful topic, and thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure, ma'am. And to all the viewers who are watching us, to subscribe, I request everyone to subscribe to our YouTube channel for regular updates. So till then, stay happy, stay safe, and stay away from Corona.
Thank you.
Thank you.